I'm standing here amid the crowd at Nashville Pride 2012, the gay pride event that's held every year here in my hometown. As most people know, events like this take place, usually in the summer, in cities across America and the world. This is my third pride event in the last 3 years. I and a team of friends have spent considerable time, effort, and money traveling, conducting interviews, researching and reading, all to try and understand one of the most remarkable and controversial sociological shifts in the Western world. I'm speaking, of course, of the growing acceptance, normalization, and even celebration of homosexuality, or, using the broader, more inclusive phrase, the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender lifestyle.
You will see a time in which we as a nation finally recognize relationships between two men or two women as just as real and admirable as relationships between a man and a woman.
In less than one generation, we've gone from a time when the vast majority of Americans viewed homosexuality as a perversion, a sickness, and even a crime.
Homosexuality is an enigma. Even in this era of bold sexual mores, it remains a subject that people find disturbing, embarrassing, and the reluctance to discuss it. Yet there is a growing concern about homosexuals in society, about their increasing visibility.
The quote, "love that did not dare speak its name," end quote, to a 2011 Gallup poll where not only did a majority of people no longer view homosexuality as bad, but were now fine with even allowing same-sex couples to marry.
I'm Barbara Bush, and I'm a New Yorker for Marriage Equality.
Just as portrayed in a new NBC sitcom, homo and hetero have joined together to form the new normal.
You really think it's such a good idea to bring a kid into the world with such a non-traditional family?
I know somebody else from a non-traditional family. A African-American who was raised by a grandma. And that person seems to be doing just fine.
Oh yeah, Barack Obama.
No, Mariah Carey. But your example works too. Look around. Your definition of traditional might need a refresh.
Is all of this a good thing? The triumph of love, enlightenment, and knowledge over the forces of bigotry and ignorance? Does it represent a critical breakthrough as the wheels of justice and the civil rights movement grind on?
This is, make no mistake about it, and everybody in this room is running the last leg of the civil rights race.
Or is it, as many others believe, an irregularity that nonetheless must be accepted in a truly free and democratic society? After all, what people do in the privacy of their own bedrooms or before a magistrate or the minister of their choice is their business, isn't it? There are millions of others who sincerely believe that the gay lifestyle represents a grave deviation from both natural as well as divine law. Further, that it carries with it dire consequences for those who pursue their same-sex impulses as well as for the society that approves of them.
What we don't really want to deal with in America is the fact that every civilization that has ever condoned the sin of homosexuality no longer exists in its greatest form today.
This video is an attempt to try and make sense of this controversy. And as our title suggests, the worldview, the set of presuppositions we intend to use to analyze our subject matter is unabashedly Christian. So after thousands of hours of research, and by the way, at least half of it drawn from the world of homosexual or pro-gay academics, theologians, writers, jurists, and artists, we present to you a primer, 10 things every Christian needs to know about the LGBTQ movement and the brave new world it seeks to create.
I think the message we need to be pitching is this sort of normalized behavior. Gay people are just like straight people, they just sleep with the same sex. I mean, that's really all it comes down to.
As with all primers, what follows is a view from 30,000 feet, giving you some key ideas and talking points that will help you navigate through what promises to be one of the most interesting, compelling, and world-changing issues of our day. For those that are interested in a deeper understanding, each of the 10 sections will be followed with links to articles and books and videos that'll help you on your journey. I can almost guarantee that whatever side of this issue you're on, and whether you're a true follower of Jesus or not, you're about to be surprised. Christians, in particular, are going to find that this is an issue where we have far too often fallen short of God's best. As for those who are of a more secular, man-centered frame of mind, I hope you'll consider what follows as being not just for Christians. If there is a God, and Jesus is the Son, God incarnate, come to earth, then you're just as responsible to and can be just as blessed by the only truth that can set men free.